of Washington, D.C., people who are here trying to keep Chocolate City a little bit more chocolate, right?
Yeah!
Yes! So, I'm gonna let Ms. High speak for a minute, but I just want y'all to like really understand that you're in an important place. You're in a community that's been here since 1960, that has raised families, that has seen every single stage of life, growing up, and even death within these walls. And I was introduced to Ms. High a couple of months ago by a very close comrade of mine, Ren. And I fell in love with this community. I fell in love with the story. And I gained so much respect and admiration for Ms. High and the way that she has kept her community safe, the way that everyone within Park Morton has come together to protect each other for 17 years, right? And even more so, to the last minute. Through the last minute, where even through literal destruction, they can come together and have a party and celebrate Black life and Black joy, because that's what this is about. And that is what we have always, always, always done as people. We will celebrate through life, death, and destruction and still be here because of people like Ms. High.
Right. Yeah.
Because we have people like her. And I just want to thank you so much for bringing us together. Because we are here because of you, because we're here for the Park Morton. We're here for everyone who currently lives here, who once lived here, and who's trying to keep the community together. So, I'm going to let you take this. Thank you.
Hey, y'all. Thank y'all for coming. I appreciate it. Lex is about to pull me up in tears already before I get the chance to speak. I don't want to be snotting out here. But yes, Mother's Day, May 8th of 2022, I celebrated 21 years living at Park Morton. It was a rough beginning, but it came around to being family. Y'all gotta excuse me. I get emotional.
Keep going. Keep going. We got you, Miss Shawn. We got you, Miss Shawn. We love you. We love you, Miss Shawn.
I love you too. And I miss you.
I miss you too.
I miss my families, and they miss being here at Park Morton. Some of them have been placed in worse conditions than here now.
Yes.
You know? And I wish I could bring them all back. I'm fighting to bring them all back. A good thing that I can say that we moved on, that we got in writing finally, is that the timeline has been moved from 2014 back to the original timeline of 2007. So all of the families that were promised that they could return home, we've got that timeline moved so that they can. We've gotten in writing the right to return when we didn't have that at first. We were just getting lip service. But yeah, they got the right to return. They can return. They can return. We got it in writing in black and white now. That feels good. Because so many people live in days of uncertainty, especially with destruction happening right over there. 651 Morton Street at the top of the street is complete rubble now. It's gone. 640, the building you see right over there, is where Park Morton got its name from, 640. The 40, 6400 South Beach. You know, it's been a really tough neighborhood. We were one of the worst in D.C. next to some of the others. I think Park Morton was maybe one or two, because, you know, Berry Farms was pretty bad, but they cleaned that up. As soon as they cleaned it up, they pushed the families out. You know, Temple Courts, they lost their community. Surgeon Quarters lost their community. Arthur Capper, Carrollsburg, burned down. They lost their community, and they still don't have a plan to put it back together. And here it is right now, Park Morton, supposed to be the model for the city. They said we're supposed to be the model for the city. If we're supposed to be the model, then give us the equity we deserve.
Yes.
We have congressional members, council people running for office. We have AG candidates running for office, and they all seen the equity plan that says it's a no-brainer. We should be doing this. Why aren't we doing this? It's because the powers that be, that have the money, that have the power to control things,
Yes.
they don't want us
Right.
to benefit.
Yes.
They don't want us to have the equity.
Right.
Because equity would mean wealth, generational wealth for our families.
Right.
That's what that would mean. I stand before you here today, a woman that has raised children here, helped raise children here on this playground.
Yep.
There have been acts of foulness that were done on the children's playground.
Yep.
Housing didn't do anything about it.
Nope.
I bought the locks and chains
Yep.
to lock this up. Came out here every day and every night
Yep.
to lock it up, make sure it stayed clean, make sure the kids stay safe. Even if I had to go inside, I would keep my face in that window to make sure there weren't no shenanigans going on out here. Because these were my babies too. I'm going to take care of them. Same way I take care of all the rest of my families. We recently had Miss Popcorn, Miss Marie Mouchette, and her son died last year.
Yep.
And I went to Housing Authority and asked them first for the $10,000 we needed to bury them. They told me no. In 24 hours, I raised $11,000 to put that family in the ground. No help from Housing Authority. No help from Councilwoman Breanne Nadeau. No help from the ANC Commissioners Michael Ray and Kent Bass. No help from anybody that has taken away my home. But yet, they want to push us out. They want to push us out, but they don't want to deal with the element that's always at the top of the street, that I put at the top of the street with my bare hands. I fought out here.
She did.
Many a nights. I cracked some heads open out here. Get off my stoop. This my stoop. Get on with that. The gambling, the foul sexual acts, it had to go. We had too many children on this property that could see that from their bedrooms. From their bedrooms. We couldn't have that. Housing Authority did not care. The only thing they cared about was ticketing cars that belonged to the residents.
Yep.
$250 ticket, $500 ticket, $1,000 ticket.
Yep.
To the people who had to give up their driver's license, proof of insurance, and their registration to get a little permit to stick in the window. But we still got ticketed. And every time we try to fight those tickets, they drag it out. They end up in the system, then we end up having to go down to the ticket adjudication to take care of it. How is that fair to us? It's not. It's not fair to us that we, as low-income families that's trying to do better, trying to do better for ourselves, better for our kids, we want more than just crumbs. They continue to oppress us.
Yes.
And the reason I say this is because, like I said, I'm standing here before you, a business owner. Been in business 3 years on November 4th, 2022. High alert emergency preparedness. And I have a witness sitting over there. Mr. Otten can tell you, I train people to get ready for this COVID pandemic. He actually came to me and was like, Sean, what do I need? This is what you need, Chris. I did that. I train people to get ready for all kinds of disasters. That insurrection, if it had poured into our neighborhood, I'm ready for that too.
Right.
Bring on the convoy, bring on the insurrections, bring on the disasters. Miss High is ready. Y'all gotta help me get y'all ready. Help me get our communities ready, because something is on the horizon.
It is.
Because in the last 2 years, we've had hantavirus, yaravirus, coronavirus, bubonic plague, and monkeypox
Yep.
in the last 2 years.
Yep.
So we gotta get prepared, y'all. Cause y'all might see me walking around without my mask in a full hazmat suit. Going in the grocery store like, hey, how y'all doing? Hey. So we gotta get ready, y'all. Also, I'm a DC notary. So if y'all need some documents notarized, help you with that. I'm also a wedding officiant.
Yep.
So literally a one-stop shop. Y'all can come get married. Let me notarize your documents. Where you going on your honeymoon? Oh, you going to Tahiti? Okay, look. These are the types of disasters Tahiti has. This is how you get ready. So
Black women do it all.
This, yes.
Do it all.
The jacket of all trades. Almost the master of some. But yeah, hi Daniel, thank you for coming.
You know I gotta support my community.
Yeah, wait up, I'm giving a speech.
Oh, I'm sorry.
So, again, I just want to thank y'all for coming out. We had so many people that lived in this community, vibrant workers that worked for DPW. We even had one that worked for No Dues office. And they quit and ended up getting a job at DC United. We have families that have worked at Washington Hospital Center,
Yeah.
Howard University Hospital. Okay, we're not deadbeats, but we do have people who are disabled.
Don't forget some that worked at the VA.
And the VA. And Brian here
Disabled
is a
veteran.
veteran. He's a naval veteran.
Disabled.
Disabled naval veteran.
100% permanent.
So please, we have got to start taking care of the low-income families. Why must we be placed on the back burner?
Right.
We may never make more than 30% AMI, MFI, whatever the language is now. We may never do that. So why are we being pushed out? Why can't we own a home too? 21 years I've been here, I've never been late on my rent. Thank you, Jesus. Appreciate that blessing. Credit is,
I know.
yeah. But like I said, if the Housing Authority has been doing their part, a lot of our families will have great credit and wouldn't have to settle for the places that they've been pushed into.
That's true.
But they also did not prepare our families for what they were going to face. They didn't tell them that this place you're going to move to now has utilities. You're going to have to pay that. They didn't tell them that. They didn't prepare them for that. They didn't prepare them for having to be in the food desert with no vehicle, no means of transportation for anybody to pick them up and take them to the store. Grocery store, pharmacy, they have to go twice the length out of their way just to go to the doctor now, when they were right here by Washington Hospital Center, Howard University, and Mary Center right up the street. 3 sets of doctor's offices in almost walking distance. But now they have to take 2 buses and a train, 3 buses and a train, or a train and then walk several blocks. How is this fair to us? It's not. And our children have to change schools. Now they have to go through being the new kid at school. Everybody out here knows what that feels like to be the new kid at school. It's a lot of pressure to try to find where you fit in. Why should our children have to switch schools and go through that when they've already established relationships with their teachers, have counselors that they're connected to, friends? that they love right in their own community. And Housing Authority, DMPED, run by John Falchecchio, and Brienne, they do, no do, not done anything.
Right.
All of them have conspired to displace us, not give us equity where we could be stable in our community. Because under the Park Morton Equity Plan, we had 3 for-profit and 2 nonprofits to spawn. And what does this tell you? That we want better for our lives.
Right.
High alert emergency preparedness. Miss Tamika McPherson, she hasn't given me the name of her company, but she does printing t-shirts. Miss Shannon Morning Cleaning. Miss Sherry Spruill, my former Sergeant at Arms, now Vice President, paying off the last of her fees to do her nonprofit. It was going to be helping others, but now it's going to be Queen of Resources, because that girl can find anything. She's like me. She can find anything. She going to take care of the people just like me. And then on top of that, we had Miss Erica King, who's been vouched out, Evelyn's Blessings. I helped her with that. So I'm telling y'all, we're not scrubs.
Nope.
We want much better than this. We're fighting for better than this. And they're targeting me at this point because I've made them look so bad that they're like, we got to do something with her. We gotta push her away, get her out, do something with this woman because she keep calling us out on our lies, and we got to keep kicking dirt to try to cover those lies back up. But it's already out in the open. They cannot do this to us anymore.
Nope.
They cannot. I'm not gonna allow it. I'm gonna keep throwing blows and elbows until I can't no more.
Hey.
Amen. Yes.
So, as long as I'm here, y'all gonna see that fighting spirit. It gets down in the dumps sometimes because it's wearing to fight
Praying
this
for
fight.
you, Miss Shawn. I'm praying
Thank
for
you.
you.
We love you.
We love you too. I love y'all too.
I pray for you constantly.
Yes. I get down, like I
Hey,
said, I
you the
get
Nat
down.
Turner
'Cause
of DC.
yes.
That's your great uncle. You the Nat Turner of DC. I got to always remind her. She the Nat Turner of DC. We gonna be on a fight, and I'm up for a fight with her.
Yes, Brian. He was at my protest back in 2020, and he was one of the first people housing targeted to get off the property. Because we were live on Channel 7 News. We were live. Sam Ford came out here and did our story, our protest, live on 7 on your side. It was not a game. The turnout was real. And y'all can check out all of the details at our website, parkmortondc.com. Keep up with us in our fight. Sign up for the newsletter. And whenever y'all ready, y'all can come join me. I know everybody ain't ready to get on the front line to fight yet. They kind of got to stay in the shadows a little bit and, use their voice a little bit until they ready to jump out in the limelight. But when you ready, I'm here. I got your back as long as you got mine. Agape love, everybody.
Hey.
Love